Cannonball! Ladies and gentlemen, before we get started, make sure that you like this video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, click the bell so that you never miss another video, and comment jump down below in the comment section if you want a free bodyweight vertical jump training program. Comment action if you want a free bodyweight upper body program, and tag 3 friends on my Instagram if you want a free weight training vertical jump program. Everything is free. Guys, in this video, I'm going to teach you how to maximize your recovery after a basketball game or any other sporting event, after a long run, after a hard cardio session, after an intense weight training workout, or if you have knee pain. I'm going to show you how to use ice baths for optimal recovery. But first, we gotta get some ice. You wanna come? You do? Okay, let's go. Ring the bell. Ring the bell. Good boy.
But if you don't take that leap, how you know that you can't fly? So I'm just steady taking chances and I do this shit a lot. How you expect to score if you afraid to take the shot? I was down for a little, man, I took that shit to heart. Now I'm back where I started, back at the start. Just gotta keep your head up.
All right, 2 bags of ice. Check. My cat King actually loves when I do ice baths because he likes to sit in the tub and lick the bags of ice before I actually dump it in the tub. But there is one more thing that we need to do before we actually do our ice baths. Because remember, the whole point of me doing this video, the whole point of me showing you this routine is because we want to maximize recovery after a workout or after a long run or after a basketball game or whatever you're going to do. We want to maximize recovery after that so that the next day, tomorrow, we can wake up feeling recovered so that we can hit another workout. Remember, to build muscle, to get bigger, stronger, faster, more explosive, you need to do 2 things. Number 1, you need to break down your muscles by doing workouts. Number 2, you need to let your muscles in your central nervous system, your tendons, ligaments, your body as a whole, recover bigger, stronger, faster, more explosive. If either one of these pieces to the puzzle is missing, then you can kiss your gains goodbye. So that thing that we have to do before we do our ice bath is we need to stretch. Now listen, I understand that many of you are not going to want to stretch, especially after you just got done with a hard workout or a long run. Personally, for myself, if I just get done with a basketball game, especially if I lost, the last thing that I want to do is quad stretch, 60 seconds each leg. I don't really want to do that, but if you skip this step, you will not maximize, you will not optimize your recovery. You will still get good recovery with the ice bath, but if you skip this step, it's obviously going to be less recovery than if you did this step. So here's what I want you to do. You're gonna do 5 stretches. You're gonna do the couch stretch, the quad stretch, the hamstring stretch, the calf stretch, and the 90-90 stretch for 60 seconds each leg. So I'm gonna go through them very quickly. 60 seconds each leg. It takes 10 minutes, and if you wanna do it twice, repeat it twice, it will take 20 minutes, and that will optimize your recovery even more. So here's what it looks like. This is the couch stretch, 60 seconds each leg. Then you have the straddle hamstring stretch. You could do a different hamstring stretch, but I like the straddle because I do both legs at the same time and it's faster. So straddle, hamstring stretch. Then you have the quad stretch. Then you have a calf stretch. Okay, if you don't have a slant board, you could just go against a wall, calf stretch. Then you have the 90-90 stretch. And it's called the 90-90 stretch because 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. So 90-90 stretch, 60 seconds each leg. So if you do these stretches, 60 seconds each leg, you will improve your recovery and increase your recovery more than if you skip all these stretches. But let's go do the ice bath. Once you're done stretching, then you're going to fill your bathtub with cold water, obviously not hot water, and you're going to get your 2 bags of ice, which in the summer you need 2 bags of ice because the water is warmer. In the winter, I actually only use 1 of these 22-pound bags of ice because the water coming out of the faucet is colder, depending on where you live. But you can get these bags of ice from a grocery store or a gas station or the North Pole. But you're gonna get your ice, you're going to smash it up on the ground, which I'll show you in a second. Then you're gonna dump it in the water, but then I wanna give you a hint. You want clothing for when you get out of the bath, because if you don't have any clothes, warm clothes to get into, you're going to be a sad, sad soul. You are going to need boxers. You're going to need socks. These are actually the socks that I use after I get out of my ice bath. Don't hate. Then you're going to need a t-shirt, and then you're going to need a hoodie and sweatpants. I'm not sure why I felt the need to put that in the video. Like, you guys know how to get dressed. Couple tips when filling up your tub and getting ready to do your ice bath. Tip number 1 is keep the bags of ice on a towel, because the bags are going to leak and it'll get a puddle on your floor. So just put the bags of ice on a towel and that will solve that problem. Tip number 2, do not fill your tub up all the way, because if you fill your tub up all the way with water, you have to remember you're going to dump the bags of ice in it, which is going to raise the water level, and then you're going to sit in it, which is going to raise the water level. And this is obvious, and I'm saying it's obvious because I, for one, never overflowed my tub and overflowed my bathroom and made my girlfriend mad. I didn't do that. And now there's only one last thing to do, and that is get naked. I'm just kidding. Do not get naked. You want to wear swim trunks or at least boxers. Girls, but guys especially, you got to protect the goods. Make sure that you don't get in the ice bath naked. Make sure that you at least have swim trunks. You got boxers. You can even wear socks if you want, but you want something to protect you. Do not get naked. And for anybody else out there saying, Nate, what happened? You used to be shredded. Listen. Quarantine happened. I went from being a gym teacher, crossing my students, dunking on my students, playing in every single class, every activity, every game that I had the students do. I was right there with them. I went from that to sitting on my couch during quarantine typing on my computer, do jumping jacks. So that's what happened, but we'll get it back. And here we go. Oh! Another thing, guys, is don't worry if your ice melts. Almost immediately after I poured the 2 bags of ice in, the ice melted. The water is still cold, and it's still cold enough for you to get maximum recovery and feel better tomorrow so that you could do another hard workout. So if your ice melts, listen, you are still getting the benefits. What you're going to want to do is stay in here for 10 to 15 minutes. Longer than 15 minutes there's no extra benefit. It's not even necessary. 15 minutes is even pretty long. 5 to 10 minutes, I would say, is good enough and sufficient enough to get the benefits from an ice bath. If you need to, just start with 5 minutes and then increase the time each time that you do an ice bath. The next time, do 6 minutes, then do 7 minutes, then 8, 9, 10. Then if you want, go to 12. And if you want, eventually get to 15. But there's no shame in the game of starting with 5 minutes. Something else that I learned is that the more you move around, the colder it is. Cannonball! What I usually do, which I'm not doing right now because I'm recording this video, is I like to read a book in here or watch a funny video, and it makes the time feel like it's going faster. So if you're really cold, you're like, I can't handle it, watch a funny video, and then by the end of the video, you'll be done. Also, keep your toes out, something that I'm not doing right now. But I personally like to keep my toes out because even as I sit here right now, they are already starting to get that tingly feeling. That would be frostbite, which you don't want. No Antonio Brown stuff here. So keep your toes out, sit back, relax, and enjoy the weather. Then once you're done, you get out, you put your warm clothes on, and there's one more thing that I want you to do to maximize recovery. All right, guys, now that we have our warm clothes on, let's go over into the gym and I will give you guys a recap. All right, just a quick recap, then I'm actually going to give you a few bonus tips so that you can maximize recovery even more and feel even better the next day. So after your basketball game, your hard training session, your long run, after whatever you are going to do, you are going to want to do the 5 stretches that I mentioned earlier. The couch stretch, the hamstring stretch, the quad stretch, the calf stretch, and the 90-90 stretch for 60 seconds each leg at least. And if you repeat that twice, you will maximize recovery even more. I didn't mention foam rolling earlier, but If you do want to do foam rolling, that will help you recover even more. If you don't have a foam roller, I'll link it down below in the description. Then remember that in the summer, the water coming out of the faucet is warmer than in the winter. So in the summer, I use 2 22-pound bags of ice, and in the winter, I only use 1. And ice bath for 10 to 15 minutes, but if you are a beginner or you're just starting out, do 5 minutes and then increase the time from there. Make sure you have warm clothes. As I showed you earlier how all of you should be dressing yourselves, you're gonna want warm clothes after you do your ice bath because you are going to obviously be cold. While you are in your ice bath, to make the time go faster so that you are not looking at the clock like, all right, only 4 minutes left, only 3 minutes left. You can read a book or you can watch a funny, entertaining video or like one of my videos, and that will help the time go faster. I didn't talk about all these before, so let's talk about them right now. After your ice bath, you want to allow your temperature to rise naturally. What I used to do is after my ice bath, I would do a warm bath and I would wiggle around and I would move my hips and my knees and my ankles, and it would help the stiffness so that I didn't get out of the ice bath like a popsicle. So the warm bath actually helped me feel loose and helped my knees feel more loose. I don't do that anymore. If you want to do that, you can, but I like to allow my temperature to rise naturally. And I use the warm clothes or, some hot tea to help myself do that. But if you're still cold 30 minutes later, or you just want to take a hot shower, 30 minutes later, you can take a hot shower. Personally, I don't ever take hot showers. I do cold showers every day of my life. I actually made a video on that, so I'll put it in a card up here, and I will link that down in the description if you're interested in my cold shower journey. Been doing that for about 2 years now. So these are some extra tips. Let me stand on this side. These are more tips to help you recover even more from your hard workouts. Nutrition is key. You want at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So I weigh 200 pounds. I get at least 200 grams of protein every single day. You want that as well. More isn't necessarily better. Okay, you can go up to 1.25 grams of protein per pound of body weight, but once you get high into the protein, that really isn't going to help you build any more muscle and get bigger, stronger, faster, more explosive. 1 gram per pound of body weight is fine, and it's going to help you recover. Protein helps you recover. Then rest. You need to rest in order to recover so that you can work out hard again the next day. What is rest? Rest is anything that is not working out. Running, jogging, sprinting, basketball game, skills training, vertical jump training, plyometrics. These are all not rest. Resting is anything that is not working out. So you want to rest so that you can recover the most for your workout the next day. And then you want to sleep. I'll put a video on sleep up here. I've already talked about sleep so much, but the 3 things that you want to make sure that you are doing are, number 1, don't look at screens before you go to bed. Number 2, don't drink caffeine after 12 o'clock noon. And number 3, stop using an alarm to wake up. You're not supposed to wake up when the alarm goes off. You're supposed to wake up when the work is done in your brain and body, especially for recovery. So not using an alarm or sleeping as long as your body needs to sleep is optimal for maximum recovery. So there you go. This is a recap of everything, and that is how I ice bath to recover as much as I possibly can. So I can do a hard workout one day. I can do a vertical jump training session. I can do whatever I'm going to do for my training as hard as I can. Then I can follow this protocol, do the ice baths like I just showed you, and I can train hard again tomorrow, and I won't be sore, I won't be stiff, I won't be like, oh man, I'm sluggish through the workout. So follow this and do this for yourself, and let me know what you think down in the comment section. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment, like it, comment jump if you want a free program, comment action if you want a free program, follow me on Instagram, tag 3 friends if you want a free weight training, vertical jump training program, and take action, because action is everything. Knowledge is not power. It is only potential power until you take action on what you know. Just because you know something doesn't mean that it is going to help you get results in your life. You have to put that knowledge into action and go out and do it. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Young visionary, and I don't know where I am. I'm running blindfolded like I ain't got a plan. You either steady